What's up, YouTube? So in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at Robert Hunt. I am continuing my my whole thing of looking at all the Dolphins rookies from last year and seeing what they did. Now, he played most of his snaps at tackle last year. That probably won't be the case this year because Liam Eichenberg is coming in, and he'll probably be playing right tackle. Austin Jackson will probably be the left. And then Hunt and Kinley will probably be our guards without Eric Flowers here. So we'll be watching him at tackle, but we'll be evaluating him as a guard. So, yeah. Decent feet here. He has that same motion sometimes that Austin Jackson has. It's a little bit better. It's not quite such a wild swing, but I would like to see his hands get a little bit more inside. And I'd rather see it be more of a punch. His feet look good there, though. Hands outside. Drive, drive, drive. I do like the finish there. I just don't like you giving up your chest. I do like that he keeps his feet moving through contact, though. I do like that. And by the way, I know some people might ask this. Some people are inevitably going to ask, would I rather Robert Hunt stay at tackle and put Liam at guard? And my answer would be no. I would rather put Robert Hunt inside and have Liam on the outside. And the reason is because I know some people have this misconception that guard is just an inferior position to tackle, and it's not. Some people legitimately think that guards are just bad tackles, and that's just simply not the case. It's different skill sets. Typically on the outside, like at tackle, you're needing to be a little bit more athletic. Your feet are going to have to be a little bit better. And on the inside, you really need that power because you're dealing with 300-pound men. Like, look at the difference in size between this dude and this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as how strong you're going to have to be to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So, Liam's biggest issue is his power. He's not very strong. But his technique is solid. So, he's a better tackle. Kinley has a lot more weight behind him, has some more power. So, moving him to guard makes sense. So, just want to clarify that. Not bad, Adam Shaheen. See, this is something that we never did well last year. This is something all of our offensive linemen were awful at. Gap exchanges, man. At this point, you needed to exchange with Jesse Davis. Jesse Davis should have picked up your guy. You should have picked up his guy. But nobody handled this well on our line. It's a good thing, too, was getting rid of that ball because he was about to get destroyed. I don't know why I'm pointing out the right tackle. You guys should be able to find the right tackle. I'm recording this and Noah Igmanogany's videos back to back, and I was having to point him out. So that's why I did that. I just got used to it. Yeah, you're still not punching. The hand placement was better there. Base is good. Knee bend is good. I just want to see him punch a little bit because he does have power. happened there? Also, don't cross your feet. Don't get your ankles that close. And this is why I want him to play guard, because his feet aren't necessarily the greatest. And your footwork is still important as a guard, but it's not nearly as important as it is when you're a tackle. Yeah, kind of hard to evaluate that. Those plays were fun, but as far as evaluating an offensive lineman off of it, it's difficult. That looks good. Nice base, good knee bend, good anchor. Leaning forward a little bit. He's at risk of a cloth pull, but it's actually okay in this situation because Jesse Davis has a hold of him. This guy's hands are already on Jesse Davis, so you can lean a little bit. You're not as exposed to that cloth pull. Yeah, his feet are just not good enough to play. Look at that. Look at how he's crossing his feet like that. You can't be doing that. Guy's a guard. He had to play tackle because we didn't have a right tackle last year, but we do now. We have Liam. But as a guard, I like him. If he just has to clear shit out, because he has power. And you've seen the anchor he had earlier. So, let's take a look at this play. See, that's better. That's a better push. You're still leaning. I'd like you to stop leaning. Because, like I said, pulling cloth is a thing. But once he's got contact, he's still crossing his feet. I don't like his feet. But I do like that he's driving. I like that he's keeping his feet moving. Like I said, a lot of these problems aren't going to be as bad at guard. This is one thing I can't stand from... Every one of our tackles does this, and I can't stand it. That little one-hand slap you're trying to do. Get your hands on this man. He's exposing his chest. Use it. See, there you go. So watch this. He was getting his ass whooped, right? He was getting his ass whooped because he didn't get his hands on him right away and he exposed his chest. He let this guy get his chest. He's crossing his feet, so he's off balance. He's leaning. This is all fucked up. But then he fixes it and recovers. Squares up. Doesn't quite get his hands inside, but it's a little bit of a better go. Then he sinks those hips down. He bends his knees and watch. He used that anchor. Well, actually, he still sheds him because he gave up the chest. This is why you can't give up your chest like that. This is why it's so important to punch out and hit the chest first. Because that was a cloth pull. That's what I've been talking about. Yeah, that's better. Look at that. Look at that. His feet look better. Well, they started off looking better. But look, he's got his hands inside. Oh, that's so much better. That's such a better rep. I'd still like to see you punch rather than swing your arms, but you got your hands inside. Your knee bend is great. keeping your feet moving. Sink. Ooh, this right here. Watch what he does. Watch him pop his feet. This is how you handle a bull rush if someone is stronger than you, by the way. And the fact that he knows how to do this means that he should play guard. That little popping of the feet, that's how you deal with a bull rush. You pop your feet and give ground slowly and then sink those hips down and stop them from moving. That's how you deal with a bull rush. Those are guard traits. Because you're going to be dealing with more bull rushes on the interior. When you're dealing with 300-pound men. Rather than quick, twitchy edge rushers. Now, of course, there are really powerful edge rushers, too. Don't get it twisted, but what do you face more? What was that? He didn't even try. Let's go to a different game. Let's go Chargers. Let's find a more substantial drive. There we go. Let's go to the second quarter so we can get a better view. Here we go. Did he not play this game? No, he did. Did he get hurt? I don't remember. Whatever. Different game then. He didn't start against Denver. Let's go Rams. Yeah. I'm still not used to looking for that logo. This one. Second quarter. Here we go. I wish he would have punched, but hand placement's better. I like where his hands end up, but again, he is leaning forward a little bit. That's one thing he definitely needs to clean up. Because these defensive linemen watch film too, man. And if you are consistently showing that you lean forward like that, I'm taking advantage of that. I'm going to swim move you. I'm going to pull cloth. It's going to be a bad day. Now, like I said, I do think he'll be a better guard. This is a good little rep here. Because his biggest issue is his feet. And that issue isn't as bad when you move him to guard. You don't have to move as much. And I've shown that he can handle power pretty well. So, we should be good there. Let's go to the fourth then. Here we go. It's just a better view. Nice. Let me go back. Slow that down. Feet look better on that play. Got your hands inside. Let me take a look. That's a little bit of a punch. Not really. At least you're hitting him first. I'll take it. You're extending your hands first and taking initiative. It's something. I'll take it. See, he's doing it again. Trying to bull rush, pop my feet, sink my hips. You're not getting through me. You're not going to run through me. Guy's a guard. He's a guard. That's what he was supposed to play. It's just we didn't really have another tackle last year, but we do now. So because he is strong. He is strong. He's got a good anchor. I think playing him, he does need to work on his hands for sure. He needs to punch more. He needs to stop leaning. Those are the things he does need to work on, because those things don't matter if you're a tackle, guard, or center, or even a defensive line. We'll actually go a little bit longer. You need those regardless of your position on the O-line. What's that? You hit this guy, then just assume that Smythe was gonna fuck up. Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to finish that, man. Get to the second level, and we're not so good at the zone running thing. We're really not. We really should focus more on power run, I think. Which is kind of tough, because Liam is more of a zone guy. But it's not bad there. His feet just ain't that quick. They're kind of heavy. Choppy. Let's look at... Let's look at Seattle. Why not? Let's look at... Here we go. I wanted to find a long drive. Second quarter. Not there. Okay. Not Seattle. Let's look at New England, I guess. Second quarter. All right, cool. See, he's so much better when he can get his hands on somebody quickly. Because, see, with these two tight ends on the outside, it's almost like he's playing guard. And when he can just get his hands on somebody quickly and he doesn't have to rely on his feet, he looks much better. Again, not handling gap exchange as well. Because what should have happened here, because for some reason he decides to chase him, Ted Karras should have taken this guy, and Jesse Davis should have helped with this guy. That's what should have happened, but that's not what ends up happening. Instead, Robert Hunt decides to follow him. And Ted Karras ends up having to come get him anyway. That's one thing we need to work on as a whole is gap exchanges. The entire offensive line needs to work on that. Not bad. I think we get the idea though. So yeah, I think that's probably good at this point. Like I said, I think he will be a much better guard. I think as a whole, like I said, we do need to work on gap exchanges. That's something that we struggled with all year. Every single one of our offensive linemen. But I think that switching him to guard fixes a lot of the issues that he has, particularly with his feet. But he does need to work on not leaning forward as much because you did see a cloth pull here. He didn't end up on his face, but the guy still ended up getting to Tua because of it. So I'd like to see him work on not doing that as much. His hand placement could also afford to get a little bit better too, because that is going to be something that's going to be a problem at guard as well. But he does give up ground slowly very well. He's very good at dealing with power. And I think when he can just hit somebody quickly and doesn't have to rely on his feet, I think he's actually a pretty decent offensive lineman. So I think that, Solomon Kinley and Robert Hunt as our guards, there could be much worse situations to have. I just didn't particularly love him as a tackle. And I've been very vocal about that. That's why the entire draft process I was wanting a tackle, not a guard. There were some people that wanted to keep him a tackle. I just don't think he has the feet to do it. Now, of course, if Austin Jackson or Liam, something happens to them and he's got to be like an emergency tackle or something, sure, that's fine. But as our starting option, no. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. So, pretty much every YouTuber on this platform is pretty much doing ads like this. YouTube's ad revenue is broken. It doesn't really pay well anymore, so we have to look to outside sources to make our income. And if you like what I'm doing and you want to support me, I would greatly appreciate you going over to my Patreon. It doesn't take much. Just $1 a month would really help me out quite a bit and continue to help me be able to put out these videos, because I put a lot of time and effort into it, especially during draft season, watching the film and everything like that. So I would greatly appreciate you guys going to check out my Patreon. It is Anime Dolphin, no capitalization. The link to it will be in the description of this video and pretty much every video moving forward. So yeah, if you want to help support me, that'd be greatly appreciated. There's multiple different tiers. It's all explained well on my Patreon account. And if you want to check that out, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.